Our favorite cryptocurrency, XRP, has taken off, which is something that no one saw coming. The only reason for this is that BlackRock, one of the biggest companies in the world, is buying it. It seems crazy that Ripple coins are worth so much. What's about to happen will soon shock everyone. Ripple's price could go through the roof and hit $72.00. That's pretty cool, right? Let's cut the silly parts out of the movie and watch the whole thing. Note, Ben, XRP is getting a lot of attention again because big banks like BlackRock are likely to start competing for an XRP ETF. This change happens at the same time that Ripple's long legal fight with the SEC ends. This takes away a big obstacle for investors in businesses. It took a while because of the case, but this week was a big change when the SEC chose to drop its own appeal. The CEO of Ripple, Brad G. House, said that the company had made the surprising choice to drop its own appeal to the SEC. Even though the case is still being heard, these acts show that XRP rules are finally going to become. It is clear that big asset management companies like Fidelity and BlackRock haven't applied for an XRP ETF because they don't know what will happen. Nate Jay-Z, head of the ETF store, says that things may be about to change, even though WisdomTree and Franklin Templeton have already sent in their applications. It makes sense to make this next move. Since XRP is the third largest non-stable coin fans are already looking forward to this change. After the lawsuit is over, Fidelity is likely to join the XRP ETF attempt. These two companies are in charge of Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs right now. There are a lot of stories going around on social media that BlackRock is thinking about XRP. A lot of money is looking, and if BlackRock and Fidelity do go ahead with an XRP ETF, it will boost trust among banks and make the market more open. One story says BlackRock is buying XRP worth $1 trillion. This may be too good to be true, but the message is still clear. A lot of money is looking, and make it easier for most people to use. Knowing what an ETF is can help you understand what's going on in the world. What is an ETF? It's a way to trade that tracks the price of an asset like XRP and lets people buy shares of that asset on regular stock markets. People who want to invest in the currency would find it easier and better to trade an XRP ETF instead of buying and holding X. Things would be different if they were allowed to happen. For instance, when spot ETFs for Bitcoin were made legal earlier this year, big buyers rushed to buy, which sent the price of Bitcoin through the roof. The XRP might do the same thing. A lot of people agree with Jerry that the SEC will finally allow an XRP ETF, and Brad Garlinghouse of Ripple has also said this. Some people make big claims, like Vincent Van Code, a technical expert who thinks the SEC will allow more than one XRP ETF. This is still just a guess, but the trend is clear. He is sure that financial firms like Grayscale and 21 Shares have already sent in their applications. What the SEC does next is very important, and a private meeting could make all the difference. If the commission officially drops Ripple's appeal, the case is almost over. This would be the last big regulatory hurdle for XRP and let institutions invest on a scale that has never been seen before. Every day it looks more likely that there will be an XRP ETF, and both BlackRock and Fidelity are interested. XRP looks more hopeful than ever, but rules would need to be made clear to boost demand. Also, when a lot of money comes into a market, prices can change a lot. That's why everyone is now watching the SEC's next move. XRP may be about to make its biggest move, but just when you thought things couldn't get any bigger, experts are now saying that things will get even bigger. People think that the price of XRP will go up. And I promise you that some of these numbers will shock you. The predictions we're seeing could change everything, so don't think this is just another small step. You're not ready for what's next. This shows that people have always had ideas about XRP, but lately they've been talking about raised to a higher level. Some people say that the token is going to go through an all-time high in value because famous people and experts have predicted it will go up that much. E.g. Grab, a cryptocurrency expert, says that XRP will reach $27.00 in just 60 days. Even more, Sensei thinks that the price of XRP will skyrocket to an amazing $72.00 per unit. People are talking about this. XRP looks like it will go up a lot. Your altcoins are about to go up 100 times, and big things are coming up. Get ready, which makes social media more exciting. But as the energy grows, people in the town are debating whether these predictions are true or just making people more excited. Not everyone believes the worst things that people say about XRP, and other cryptocurrency influencers said crazy things like that XRP would hit $100.00 next month, or even $10.00 overnight. The expert recently spoke out against what he sees as false price predictions and told the people who made them that they were wrong. He said that these predictions hurt the market more than they help it and give people false hope. More and more people are learning about these false claims. He stressed how important it is to have deep conversations. The facts show that he is not the only one who feels this way. Michael Hutch, the owner of XRP, agreed with the criticism and said that some leaders post wildly different price goals, from $44,000.00 to $110.00, all within hours of each other, to try to get people to pay attention to them. He said that acting in this way is less about helping the community and more about making money off of the attention. The argument shows a bigger problem in the Bitcoin business: giving false information. Fans of XRP are some of the most passionate in the market, which makes it easier for stories that are just hype to spread. All things XRP's message is one of change, and they want the community to look forward to more standards and discussion. It's easy to see why XRP should be widely used and bring in real university funding. There must be facts to back it up, not just rumors. It gives people who don't like XRP more reasons to say that it's just another coin that's getting too much attention, but that doesn't mean that growth predictions are wrong. Also, investors might make bad choices when they get wrong information that isn't based on strategy. A lot, because the law is clear. For example, it's important to tell the difference between what's just a guess and what's actually possible, even if institutional interest in an ETF is growing and it might be accepted. Bitcoin has gone up a lot over the years, though there have been times when it was unstable. It didn't go from $1,000.00 to $110.00 overnight. During every bull run, there will be consolidation and adjustments. Things will get bigger if you wait. It might take a while for XRP to hit double or even triple-digit prices because it is used by a lot of people, and there are real market drivers, not just trending tweets. Why does this matter? If the value of XRP can only go up, Ripple isn't just in the news for predicting prices and making links that could change the course of events and make XRP go through the roof. Promise that will soon be used in real life. The most recent deals show that Ripple will be fighting in more than just business. It will ultimately take over. What this means is that XRP is no longer just a dangerous product. It is now a major center for global finance. XRP is currently used by Dubai's biggest bank, which makes it possible for many other Middle Eastern banks to follow suit. Not only that, Chipper Cash is one of Africa's biggest payment processors, and Ripple has teamed up with them to make cross-border money exchanges quick and cheap.